We are in the kitchen at Second Harvest Food Bank, and I'm here with Jandyl, the nutrition educator. That's awesome. And I love how this is a working kitchen and we're right smack in the middle of the warehouse, right?
Right, so you might hear some forklifts out there.
So food distribution is taking place, but we get to cook.
And we're gonna make some corn chowder, which will warm you up on a nice winter day.
Ooh.
The first step is to cube some potatoes and cut up an onion.
What do you like about corn chowder?
Well, I was born and raised in Cincinnati, which is the German capital, I think, of the country.
Oh, yeah?
And potatoes are one of the 4 major food groups, so this has not only corn, but it has lots of potatoes. And corn and potatoes put together make anything wonderful.
Wonderful combination, that's right. I don't know if I'm making these very uniform. I'm trying my best.
Well, you know, they're gonna taste the same,
Right.
whether they're cut uniformly or not.
We're using fresh corn today. Can you use frozen for this?
Sure, I made some at home last week, and it was delightful.
Ah, yes. It doesn't take very long for it to go from, you know, the field through the processing plant and in the store before you know it.
Right.
It's always amazing to me.
And it's so good, and there's nothing better when that corn is right from the field. You know it was picked an hour or two ago.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Next, we saute our onion in a little butter and add some garlic.
You could use, instead of butter in here, if you wanted to use olive oil, but you know, butter's a whole food also, so it's very good for you.
Yeah.
Then, Jandyl starts cutting kernels from our ears of corn.
I love how easy soup usually is. I mean, you know, you can just really look in your fridge and say, okay, what do I have? And probably come up with a good soup.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
I did spend some years in the restaurant business, and today's special was always the next day's soup, because you can just throw just about anything together.
Yeah.
You get a good, nice base of chicken stock or vegetable stock. Cut up all your leftover vegetables and put them all together, and there you have it, and it's real hearty.
Yeah.
And it warms your tummy.
It does. I remember in school, like grade school, one of the things that our teacher would have us do just for fun, where every kid would bring a different vegetable, and then we would just throw it into a pot, and at the end of the day, we'd have soup.
Well, and there's that old story about the stone soup.
Yeah.
They just keep adding more water.
Exactly.
It feeds a lot of people.
That's right.
Now we make a roux to thicken our soup by adding some flour and chicken stock to our onions and toss in a couple of bay leaves.
And soups always seem to bring a family together, because it's nice to sit around and have a nice hot bowl of soup.
It does, doesn't it?
Then we throw our corn and potatoes in the mixture.
Potatoes are awesome.
Red potatoes are so good for you.
Leaving the skins on them.
Yep, that's where a lot of your nutrition is. It saves a lot of time and energy. You don't have to peel them. It makes it look great.
Yep.
And it's got a lot of your vitamins in there.
We let our soup mixture cook for about 20 minutes before moving on to the next step.
All right, so our soup is almost done?
It's almost
done.
almost ready. We're going to put the cream in here and just heat that up to it's about the same temperature.
And then that'll eventually go in the
And
soup.
that'll go in there.
While the cream simmers, we chop up some fresh basil and green onions.
One of the things we're concentrating on some of the classes here are teaching them how to make soup, because it's so simple.
So simple.
And it's so good for you.
Makes you feel good, too.
It's a great different way to eat
Yep.
your vegetables.
It is.
Where we know a lot
I
of
like
kids.
how casual soup can be.
Yeah.
You know, where you just sit around with your friends, have a glass of wine, some bread, and some soup.
Must be lunchtime in the warehouse. I don't hear any forklifts.
It's quiet. What
Yes.
is going on? Do you like teaching folks how to cook and how to make healthy meals and stuff?
I do. It's just lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always like to cook. My mother did a lot of cooking, so that's important. Get in the kitchen with your kids.
And help out. It is, yeah. I agree.
Once the cream is warm, we add it to our pot of soup and stir it up.
Soup's ready.
I have spoons.
Soup is on, and we're excited.
Awesome.
And Christy's just going to garnish this with a few green onions.
That.
And my 2 favorite vegetables, corn and potatoes.
This is a nice winter day right here with yummy vegetables.
That corn is so sweet. So
Creamy. It's not like a super thick, heavy chowder, which I like. I like how this is.
and the basil just adds another flavor to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
To get the recipe for Jandyl's corn chowder, visit our website at wagrown.com.